Another installment of the Almost Daily Vlog. Back at it. I'm Foamy. This is Buckets. We are here in the laboratory. The laboratory. We're here. Out here.
In here.
Okay, so before we jump into today's video, I want to talk about the Bubba Gump Sauconys that my brother and I designed. We collaborated with Saucony on this sneaker. It's our first collaboration. It's our first sneaker, and a very, very big moment for us. That moment is approaching this Friday, August 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Saucony website. Limited to 100 pairs. I wish there were more pairs. There aren't. So if you do want a pair, make sure you are ready to go. I will tweet out a link right at 12. I hope that everyone who wants a pair can get a pair. Just keep in mind there are only a few pairs of each size. So, and retail is 120 bucks. So the shoe is something that we're really, really proud of. We'll put a link in the description to the video that explains the whole process and everything that went into making this sneaker and designing it, and kind of the meaning behind them and what they mean to us. So that is that. I just wanted to address it because I've been getting a ton of questions on social media with the release right around the corner. So August 25th, this Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, we are going to talk about, this video was an idea by Buckets. This was a Buckets special right here, and that's to talk about and rank the Off-White collection.
The 10, they call it.
The 10. It's a Nike collaboration, 10 different sneaker models. I guess I won't say too much on them right now, but a lot of people have been talking about them, and so we just thought it would be kind of a cool video to rank each one, 1 to 10, or 10 to 1. I guess we'll go in reverse order, 10 to 1. So if you enjoy this video, you want to see us do more videos like this, hit that thumbs up button. It really does go a long way. And don't forget to subscribe. We do a brand new video almost every single day, and you don't want to miss anything. Let's jump into the list.
All right.
So number 10 is my least favorite, and that is the Chuck Taylor. I'm not a Chuck Taylor guy. I've never owned a pair of Chuck Taylors. You like Chucks.
I like Chucks, and I think that it's important to keep in mind in this list that we're comparing it to the other sneakers within the collection. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're still pretty cool, and
see, I don't like the Chucks at all. But keep in mind, I don't like Chuck Taylors really. It's not, I like them on other people, but I don't know if it's because they look long and I wear a size 13. I'm not sure what it is, but you wear a size 13 and you pull Chucks off. So I think it really just depends. For me, the Chuck Taylors are a hell to the nah. Hell to the nah.
Hell to the no. Hell no.
it's also my least favorite of the collection.
Okay.
But I do really like how it says vulcanized, because it's vulcanized rubber.
Yep.
I think that's so cool.
I like that a lot. I mean, I love Virgil's whole take on the entire collection. I just don't like that model at all.
Okay.
Number 9. And this pains me to have this sneaker so low on the list because I'm a big fan of this sneaker model, but that is the Air Force One. I am a big Air Force One guy. You know, mids. I'm more of a mid guy than a low guy, but I like the lows too. For me, all white Uptowns, the classic white on white, that's the Air Force One that I really, really like. I like different colors and I like some loud stuff, but for me, these just weren't anywhere near a lot of the other sneakers in this 10. Your thoughts on them?
I think within his vision,
Right?
they're executed very well, but just not a sneaker that I particularly like.
I guess I agree with that. The vision on the collection
Yeah.
is phenomenal. I love it. I like his whole take on the entire thing, but not a fan of the Air Force One in this setting, personally. Number 8 is another sneaker model that I'm not crazy about, and that is the Nike Blazer. It's just not, I've never owned a Nike Blazer. There are a couple colorways of the Blazer that I'm a fan of. You like the Blazer more than I do, just in general, not this particular pair, but just in general, that sneaker model. I'm not a huge Blazer guy. Again, for the same reason that I think I never really got on the Chuck Taylor wave, and that is They always feel super long on my foot. I feel like I'm walking around with canoes on my feet. But again, as far as his vision and executing that vision, I actually think the Blazer is a really good look. Just for me personally, I can't have him ranked any higher than that because there's some other sneakers that I would love to wear a lot more than the Blazer.
Yeah.
Number 7 is the Nike Zoom Fly SP. I like the way these turned out. I don't have a pair of them. I've not owned a pair, but they look dope.
Yeah.
They look dope. You know, the whole DIY feel, it's just a really cool aesthetic. And like you mentioned yesterday when we were talking about all these sneakers, Bucket said something that I think is very true, and that is that Virgil did a great job of breaking these sneakers down entirely and building them back up kind of the way he sees them.
Yeah.
And that's dope, and that's what art is, and that's what creation is, and I think he really nailed it as far as that goes.
I think that, now, 10 sneakers is a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
For a collection. And I think that it might be, I don't even know of another person that has done like a 10 sneaker
It's a lot.
collab
10
at one
sneakers.
time.
10 sneakers is a lot.
To me, it's like the most full collection that I've ever seen, really.
To me, it's almost like you have to look at it as the 10
Yeah.
to really get the message.
Yeah, I
you know,
agree.
and I think that's dope. Number 6 is the Nike Air Max 97. One of my favorite Air Max models. It's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but I think that they are dope. I don't know, I would have liked to have them a little bit higher, but I just really couldn't. You know, at first glance, a lot of these sneakers look really, really plain because you have a white sneaker.
Yeah.
And so, but when you look at it in the details and then you kind of like see the vision a little bit, it's a lot more dope. So this, I think, is the right spot ranking-wise for the Air Max 97. Number 5 is another sneaker model that I'm crazy about, and that is the Air Max 90. I like these a lot. You know, when I try to think, do I like the 90 better than the 97? I don't know. Maybe I like the 90 better. There's surely been more good colorways
Yeah, there's more like,
of the 90.
Yeah.
But I think he did a little bit better of a job with the 90. It speaks to me a little bit more aesthetically. I just think that, you know, it's a little bit more hot fire than the 97. And so that's why I have it at number 5. You agree 90 better than the 97 or no?
in this collection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then we agree on that.
And in general as well.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that.
I think the 90 is better than the 97.
I agree. Number 4 is actually a sneaker that I think is extremely dope, and that is the Nike Hyperdunk 2017. It's dope. I think it's really cool. We also discussed this earlier. He took a basketball performance sneaker and gave it this fresh execution.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of the DIY high fashion, and put that on a basketball sneaker. Personally, I want to hoop in them.
Yeah.
I think, how dope would that be? You know what I mean? I want to get them if there's, provided there's not crazy resale value on them, which maybe there will be. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea either. You know, Buckets and I, we don't pay too much attention to resale value and this and that's not something that we really keep up with. But I would love to hoop in a pair of those. And I've been wanting to hoop in the sneaker anyway.
Yeah.
So to have it be, you know, something unique like an Off-White collab would just give it some extra spice. Figure if you can get 25 in a regular pair, I say you can get at least like 33, 34 in those.
A spicy 34.
Oh, a spicy 34. It's got to be spicy. You know, a couple Dipsy Doos, Jelly Fam.
No jelly fan.
No, all dunks for him. For me, you know, I got a little jelly in there. For him, nothing but dunks. Number 3 is the Nike Air Vapor Max, a sneaker that I have ranted and raved about. I love the Vapor Max. I think it's Nike's best new sneaker. Super comfortable. Love the look of them. I love that everybody doesn't like them too. It's a polarizing sneaker, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
People hate them. People love them. There doesn't seem to be a ton of in between. People are either like, yo, those suck. Those are hideous. How dare you put those on your feet? Or people are like, yo, those are all that and then some. I think they did a really good job with them. I like that it's a black sneaker.
Yeah.
You know, because
Most of the collection is
white.
Yeah.
You know, and so I love that it's black. I love the stitching that he has on there. It's just a really, really dope look, and I think they're cool. You know? I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of what it comes down to. Like, does this sneaker look cool or does it not look cool? And to me, these look cool. Number 2 is the Nike Air Presto, another sneaker that I've ranted and raved about. I've included a Presto on the top 10 sneakers of the year for like the past, or maybe like 3 out of the past 4 years, I think. I like the Presto a lot. Very comfortable. Love the look of them. And I think that he absolutely body bagged these. Like, these are 38 fire emojis. Honestly, I wanted to make this number one, but I just couldn't. But it's such a dope sneaker. I mean, it really, really is. You know, and that's why some of these other ones, maybe, you know, it's like, oh, I'm kind of being a tough critic on them. But it's because I'm comparing them to the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the bottom 3 or 4, to me, they're nowhere near those top 3 or 4. But, you know, you got to keep in mind, it's tough to do 10 different sneaker models with the same kind of vision theme and have them all turn out to be 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
You know, but these are like an 11 out of 10. They are absolutely fuego. Again, I like that they look a little bit different than a lot of the other sneakers. To me, these and the Vapor Max kind of go together a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I just think I love the look of both of them, but this one here, the Presto is just Mutabella. Cue the opera music. Vigaro, Vigaro, Vigaro. And number 1, the best sneaker of the bunch, the best sneaker of the 10 is the Jordan 1. I mean, that's the only sneaker left, so of course you know what it is now. But the Jordan 1 is flames.
I think that these are sneaker of the year.
I know you said that, yeah.
Without a question, without a doubt. Like,
This is the anti-hype beast right here talking. Let me tell you right now, for those of you who don't know Buckets that well, I know this guy very well. Buckets is the anti-hype beast. Whether something has hype or it doesn't have hype, it does not sway his opinion at all, which is commendable because I can get caught up in the hype at different points. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I buy what I like. You know that. But, and, you know, the hype beast, anti-hype beast is a little bit of a joke. But Buckets will wear something that nobody likes at all. You don't care about exclusivity or having something that other people don't have. You just like what you like.
Yeah.
So he's not saying this because it's an off-white collab on a Jordan 1 or whatever, because it sounds good. He really, really thinks they're dope, and I got to agree with him. Sneaker of the year I would have to think about, but it's definitely in the running. And what's funny is, when the pictures first came out, like happens so often on social media, Twitter, Instagram, I saw a lot of people, these suck, these are terrible, these are trash. I think they're dope. It's very unique, it's very dope. It's very simple. It's almost breaking it down to like beyond simple.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on the medial side or whatever it is, how it says C, like circa 1985.
Right.
It's like wearing a hat that says hat on it. I just
Right.
think that's like, I don't know what it is about that.
Yeah.
That's so cool to me.
I agree. It takes it down to a level where it almost puts things into a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like the air and quotes on the side is just, I love that.
Yeah,
you know?
like imagine you go to a museum, right?
Right.
You see like a Picasso
Right.
or some masterpiece, and it's just like kind of boldly, like in the middle, just says art.
Yeah,
like right on top of it.
Yeah.
Like that's like, it's really bold in my opinion.
Bold, I don't know, maybe. It's I guess I could see that. It's kind of like, you know, like, oh, what a visionary, you know? But in this very simple way.
Yeah.
But it almost, to me, it's kind of like, yo, like, you don't have to do too much.
Yeah.
You break something down to its very essence, and like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have this piece of art, and like, art. Hey, this is art, guys. Here you go.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. There's something very, in its simplicity, there's something very not simple about it.
Yeah.
Like you've been saying. So I do agree with you to that point.
Yeah.
And the Jordan 1 is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. You love the Jordan 1, a really, really dope sneaker model. And I think that's why I'd have to give it the edge over the Presto, because I know if I had both, I would end up wearing the Jordan 1 a lot more. We've talked about how it looks great. It's one of the few sneakers that looks great kind of the more you beat them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And for me, this whole theme with the, you know, with all these sneakers kind of lend themselves to that type of look. Being beat up and being worn. It's the same thing with Tom Sachs. You know, you beat that sneaker up and it looks better and better and better because it kind of goes along with the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I really like is the people who have them early now.
Right.
Virgil is writing.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Like what he calls them.
Yeah.
So I forget what A$AP Rocky's pair said. Maybe
Yeah.
Rocky. So
Yeah.
it says Air Rocky.
Yeah.
It's like making it your own sneaker.
Right.
Like if I had a pair,
Right.
like I would myself
Yeah.
write Air Buckets. I would write
That's
buckets.
funny. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Maybe we'll get a pair. Who knows if the sneaker gods, if it is in their will to bless us with a pair. Yeah, no, I think that's really, really cool too. To me, it feels very 90s, and we love the 90s. I know I've even read different articles where Virgil talks about how his basically entire vision in fashion and in art and in creating is inspired by the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
And so I think he executed his vision very well, and that's what's important. It's not about trying to do something that everybody's going to like, because you can't please everybody. That's life.
Yeah.
It's about having a vision, executing that vision, and then the people who that vision touches or resonates with, for them to really like it.
Yeah.
He's an artist, and his medium is sneakers. And I think...
Well, yeah, fashion, and in this collection, sneakers.
In this collection, sneakers.
Yeah.
You're right. I fashion in general, and who knows what he'll do moving forward.
Yeah.
But for this collection and this collaboration, it is sneakers, and I just think that it turned out really, really well. So, not a fan of every sneaker model, but this is how I would rank them. I think the top 4 are amazing.
Yeah.
I think the top 2 are amazing. I think the top 4 or 5 are great. And then the bottom 5, I see the vision, but they're not necessarily sneakers maybe that I would wear personally. So those are our thoughts on the collection. Don't got anything else to say. You got anything else?
Nope.
This is Buckets. I am Foamy. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, you just doing a weird format on it.
Yeah. That is it. That is all we have to say about the collection. All of our thoughts. Thank you for tuning in as always. We really do appreciate you. We will be right back here mañana. So, stay tuned. This is Buckets. I am Foamy. Right here.
Got 2 phones, one for the plug, one for the load. I got 2 phones, one for the bitches, one for the dough.